If you've ever thought about starting a YouTube channel and you're a millennial or a Gen Xer or older than that, in this video, I'll be sharing just how starting a YouTube channel has changed my life with less than 100 subscribers. Last I checked, I have 77 subscribers on this channel, and I started posting videos to this channel in earnest in August of 2024. So, it's been a slow burn, a slow churn. I haven't gone viral. I don't have like crazy wild growth like you see some other creators go through, and that's okay. I'm not here trying to go viral necessarily. If I do, that's cool, but that's not my goal. I decided to start a YouTube channel as a way of giving back on my own knowledge, my own experience as a photographer. I've been a professional photographer now for 15 years, running a business, and one of the most common questions that I get is, how do you start a photography business? And not only that, how do you make money doing photography, like portrait photography, wedding photography? I specialize in brand photography. So how do you start a business? How do you market your business? And how do you make money in your business? And I think part of the challenge of starting a YouTube channel when you're over 40, when you're a millennial, when you're a Gen Xer, when you're older than that, is kind of getting stuck maybe in the idea that YouTube is just for younger people, that YouTube is just for people who are like in their 30s or younger. But if you think about it, YouTube itself as a platform is just really in its early days, because it's barely, if it even is, 20 years old now. So I've had my YouTube channel now for a couple of months. I've posted a number of videos, and in this video I'm sharing just how having a YouTube channel has changed my life, changed my perspective, and really kind of made my life better. One of the reasons I hesitated starting a YouTube channel in the first place was that I was overcomplicating and overthinking and telling myself the story that it was hard and that it was too much work, and why am I going to try and spend hours and hours editing, hours and hours trying to script and record. It just sounded like way too much work to add to my already full plate. As a photographer, as a mom, as a wife, as somebody running a business and also managing a family and a household, adding a YouTube channel just sounded like way too much. I came to realize is that I've managed to find a way and a rhythm that works for me and that fits having a YouTube channel into my life. And one of the most unexpected results or changes that having a YouTube channel has brought into my life is that I actually am excited to create content. I am actually excited to post videos, create videos, and even edit the videos. And I have to shout out some other creators whose videos came into my feed earlier this summer: Alexis Saranoia and Live Video School, and Jen Navarro and Rob the Maritimer, for just posting videos that were relatable for somebody in our age demographic, as millennials, as Gen Xers, as people who are not in their youth anymore, but are in their midlife and beyond, that we too can have a YouTube channel. We too can be successful, and it doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to have the flash and the bang and the crazy edits and the tiny attention span type of editing. Because I know when I was just watching, YouTube videos a year ago, that was the style of editing. And that style of editing just seemed like it was way too much. Like, how could I ever do that myself? What I figured out is that I don't have to edit that way, and you don't have to edit that way either. If you are interested in starting a YouTube channel, all you really have to do is start recording. Hit record. If you have a message to share, if there are things that you are passionate about, well-versed about, an expert on, and you think that it would be of value to other people, YouTube is such a great platform for getting that message out. And now with how easy technology is, you can record on your phone, you can get a microphone for cheap online, or you can use something like what I'm recording on right now, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3, that literally has changed the game for me. Like, I'm so excited to use it. It's so easy to use. It face tracks. It's tiny. So half the time people don't even know what I'm doing. They don't even realize that I am recording a YouTube video. All you really have to do is hit record, and then you can put your video into your editor of choice. Personally, I am still using the free version of iMovie that came with my Mac. Works great. I've looked into programs like Descript, which are awesome too, because you can edit the video like you're editing a Word document. And then there are other things like CapCut. And if you're fancy, there are things like Final Cut Pro. But for me, I'm like, okay, we need to keep this simple. We need to keep this easy, because if we complicate things, I will burn out and I will give up. And one of the things I don't want to do since starting this YouTube channel is give up on it. I want to keep going. Even if there's like little breaks, little delays, little hiccups or whatever, I want to keep going with it. So one of the major ways that I feel like YouTube has changed my life, with less than 100 subscribers. Like I said, I haven't gone viral. My videos don't like take off in 5 minutes or anything like that. But it's been such a good learning experience and a confidence booster. I didn't really expect for YouTube to boost my confidence. If anything, I thought it was going to make things, I don't know, more complicated, a little bit more difficult, in the sense that one of the things I got wrapped up in was like, what are other people going to think? But one of the cool things, one of the awesome things about being 40 or over that I have found, once you turn 40, you just don't care what other people think. And I don't know if that's true for you too. So what I've heard from even my own friends who are over 40, over 50, over 60, they just don't care about what other people think. And this is one of the lessons that I wish I could have learned in my 20s, to like not get wrapped up in what other people may or may not think about me, because honestly, that is their business and baggage to deal with. Like, that is not my problem to try to fix, try to change. Rather, if I'm bringing value to somebody who happens to be watching my video, that's awesome. And if somebody gets something from the things I'm sharing, that's awesome. And so I have this like newfound confidence. If somebody doesn't like this, that's okay. They can click away. Like, that's it. They can click away. They don't have to watch. This is free. Nobody is charging them to be here. Like, that's one of the great things about starting a YouTube channel when you're over 40. I feel like I've shed that worry, that concern, that anxiety that surrounds like, what are other people going to think? I'm like, I don't care. I really don't care. If you don't like it, click away. Okay? If you do like it, hit the like button, hit subscribe, be cool. And I say thank you to you. I am super appreciative of my less than 100 subscribers at this point, because part of me is like, I can't even believe that I even have any subscribers. One of the things I wanted to do when I started this channel was to not share it. So I haven't told anybody that this channel exists. So all of the subscribers that I have on my channel so far are literally just people who have, come upon my videos through YouTube, through the browse page, through their home feed. I'm not sharing this channel with like on social media at all. Like Instagram doesn't know that I have this channel here. A handful of my friends know, but like I know that they're not spending time watching my videos. So I kind of wanted to do it as an experiment to see how it would work. Could I get subscribers? Could I make this channel go without the help of my current social media following? I've had my photography business now for 15 years. I'm like, okay, what is next? Because I just know that as a photographer, I'm probably not going to be photographing for the rest of my life because I don't want to. I want to have an act 2, an act 3 or whatever. But one of the things that I can do is, teach others what I've learned as a photographer, how to start a business, how to be profitable, how to grow and scale, turn your passion into profits. And you don't have to be a starving artist. You can be a profitable photographer. And so that is the type of content that I'm sharing on my channel, as well as just like how to be a profitable creative entrepreneur, because it doesn't just happen to photographers. Creatives in general tend to be really good at the creative side and maybe not as good on the business side. So one of the things that's really important to me as I decide what's in my next phase of business, I'm not closing my business or anything like that, but starting this YouTube channel has kind of been a place for me to experiment with the future of my content, the future of what am I doing in my life in this next phase of life. And so having a YouTube channel with evergreen content that can help other people, lead them into future offers, whatever that may be, is a really smart thing. And especially because video, if you didn't know this, and this is why YouTube is such a powerful platform, video is the fastest way for you to build trust with your audience, because they get to see your face, hear your voice, hear how you talk, get a feel of your personality. And that personality doesn't come out by itself like just in written text. Like, it comes out so much more powerfully through video. And that's why people like YouTube channels are huge. People can rack up huge followings because their viewers like them. They know, like, and trust them, who they are as a person and as a brand. So if you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel and you're over 40, you're a millennial, you're a Gen Xer, you're older than that, you should do it, because I am sure that with all the life that you have lived, you have a message to share with other people, with the younger generation, things that you wish you knew when you were their age. Shoot, there's a bunch of stuff that I wish I knew when I was in my 20s. And of course, there's so much stuff that like I had no idea was on the horizon, like social media, like the way that technology has evolved in the last 10 years, 20 years. Like, we couldn't have predicted any of that. Just based on that, we've had to pivot. We've had to learn new things. We've had to figure stuff out and just see how things fit into our lives now. Another way that YouTube has changed my life that I didn't expect was the community aspect of this platform. Because I think like social media tends to get a bad rap, and I think that YouTube is different from social media as a whole. I found that here on YouTube that the community that you can build around your brand, around your channel, is super supportive and friendly. Like, one of the concerns that I had before starting my YouTube channel was like, well, what if people are mean and leave mean comments? Like, how am I gonna handle that? Is that gonna bother me? But what I found is that I haven't experienced anything like that. To the contrary, I've had a lot of friendly, nice, kind, encouraging comments from strangers on the internet, which is really cool. And I hope to continue to build a community here on YouTube and build my personal brand. And because what happens when you build a personal brand is that you can pivot your content as you evolve, as you grow. You don't have to stick to it. So like what I'm trying to say is that as I build my personal brand, I don't have to always be talking about like photography, building a business in that aspect, but I can also talk about these types of things, like having it a channel when you're over 40. This is not a YouTube growth channel, but I want to share my experience of what it's like to build a YouTube channel, to start a YouTube channel when you're over 40, because it's different from those who are in their 20s and their 30s. Your life stage is just different. And I think in another video, I'm going to share what it's like the realities of what it's like to be a new YouTuber while also being a wife and a mom and running a business and juggling all the hats. So I hope this was helpful. If you've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you should totally give it a try. And if you decide that it's not for you, that's okay. You can give up. It's free. It's free to start a channel. Like, you're not out anything, because I'm willing to bet that you'll learn something from starting a YouTube channel. I've learned that it gets a lot easier talking to a camera the more you do it. It gets less weird. And then you just find this like new sense, this new confidence from sharing your knowledge, from sharing your experience, from, hopefully helping someone out there on the internet. And you can build a community around it. You can build relationships. You can get a sense of sharing value with the world, be of service to others in a way that maybe you haven't had a chance to, whether that's like in your job or just in life in general. Like, you can share a message with the world. And so I hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you next time.